and I was just blown away. My simple, sort of chef head was there, and I was like, computers are amazing, YouTube's amazing. Hello and welcome to another episode of The Recovering Entrepreneur. My name's Luke Garnsworthy, and following the loss of my business in November 2022, I am now recording my journey back to business with a few little projects on the go. So it's another late night recording session for me. It's Tuesday, not Monday. Yesterday was just one of those days, felt really low when I woke up, generally in a bad mood, couldn't see any positives in the world despite all that's going on. So I decided to park yesterday, take the day, do whatever I fancied, and then hopefully come back more positively today. We've got some exciting stuff to go through. So yeah, late night recording, got the whiskey again, got to be done if you're going to do a late night recording. So yeah, let's get into it. So I just wanted to kick off this episode really with talking about kind of how much I'm really enjoying learning new skills. I was a chef. I then learned a hell of a lot of new skills running a business. And now I'm going into this sort of digital creative environment. I'm teaching myself how to make cookie slices and sell those. I've got a few other little things in mind as well. So lots of new things to learn and get good enough at that I can make money from them. And one thing I kind of picked up on this week in my social media was just how good the internet and YouTube specifically is for education. It's this amazing free resource that you can literally learn anything from. One example I used was I follow this fantastic sort of spirits and cocktail photographer in America. And he showed this technique for taking a photo of a bottle. I will pop it up here. So a photo of a bottle against a dark background, and then you simply slip a piece of silver card behind the bottle to illuminate the liquid, take another photo, drop it into Photoshop, and literally 30 seconds later, you get this sort of mix of both images that kind of looks a little bit like this. And I was just blown away. My simple, sort of chef head was there, and I was like, computers are amazing, YouTube's amazing. And it just made me realize how much I'm enjoying learning lots of new skills. So I hope so many people utilize YouTube for learning these things. It's generally my source to go to for knowledge now, especially on the creative side of things. There's so many great creators out there filling that space with amazing free content. So yeah, just my thoughts. If anyone's kind of found some really cool stuff that they've learned through videos of YouTube, please let me know. I'm always open to more. Tends to be when I get a few minutes in the bath, iPad on and watch a bit of YouTube. So I'm always open to some new ideas. So on that kind of spirit photography, cocktail photography subject, obviously I've done a little bit. You've just seen the whiskey photo I took last week, just on the spur of the moment. I think it took me longer to set up the kitchen as a studio than it did to actually take the photo and edit it like that. But I've got more planned. In fact, today we just had a delivery of some exciting new spirits, especially for me. I've got this cool rum. I got it purely for, I don't know if we can see that with the light, purely for the label on it. It's amazing, and I think it's going to look really cool in a photo. That's also going to go in a marshmallow for a little something I'm working on. Anyone that follows the cookie slice company will probably be able to guess what I'm up to there. And then I was going to shoot two classics this week, or hopefully early next week. So an old-fashioned and espresso martini. Absolute classics. Old-fashioned, my favourite all-time drink. I've gone for a bourbon that isn't everyone's favourite choice, but Maker's Mark, just their basic. It was in the first old-fashioned I was ever made, and it's got a special place in my heart, so I thought I would use that. And then on the espresso martini, I like to use vanilla vodka. Anyone that's drank in Crockers when I was in charge or had any of the cocktails delivered, I always used vanilla vodka, so absolute vanilla. Even the Smirnoff vanilla was really nice. But I was shopping yesterday and I found this little English brand, Little Water. They've done a vanilla vodka. I haven't tasted it yet. I want to get a photo before I open it. So be interesting to see how that goes. I'll let you guys know next week once I've made the drink, I guess. So what's happened in the last week and a day, I suppose. Yesterday was actually a really good day, despite my horrendous feeling and mood in general. I decided to launch pre-orders on the Cookie Slice company website, which went really well, considering the tiny following we've got and the tiny sort of mailing list. So looking forward to getting those out and just getting them into people's hands and getting some more feedback. Just waiting on a few bits and bobs, some labels, some of the few little bits I'm going to pop in the boxes with the cookie slices. So we're aiming at batch cooking Monday night and then shipping fresh on Tuesday morning. So yeah, sticking with the Cookie Slice company, all the packaging and things like that are pretty much here. Spent fun few days sort of designing that. Obviously got the branding sorted a little while ago, so just finding suppliers, getting templates, sending them all the proofs, etc. And we're nearly there. I would really like to get some branded boxes made, but we're just not at that point. That's when we hit some scale and start generating some decent revenue, because the minimum order quantities are pretty high, to say the least. So we've also created a nice little framework for gathering social content for the Cookie Slice company. Set out sort of 6 key high-level subjects that I want to talk about, and then underneath that, sort of laid out the exact kind of reels I want to collect, imagery I want to take. So that will be done probably over the next few weeks, but I'll be able to kind of drip it out. This week with the Cookie Slice company, it's all about getting ready for those first orders. I'm also working on some specials, which is where the rum comes in. I'm kind of combining my love of cocktails with these cookie slices. So I've got 6 ideas for cocktail-based cookie slices. So rum is going to be a daiquiri cookie slice. Obviously, easy to flip that into a margarita. Definitely going to do an old-fashioned, espresso martini. There's loads of ideas coming up. If anyone's got any cocktail ideas that they would like to see in a cookie slice, like edible cocktail, do let me know. Interestingly, a friend of mine this week also sent me a link to an Australian gourmet marshmallow company. They sell these like little squares of these amazing flavored marshmallows, a bit like we sell the cookie slices now. And I did think the other day I made a test batch of rum marshmallow. I thought, if you can do that, what else can you do with marshmallow? And then would anyone want to just buy packets of marshmallow? If you would and you think it's a good idea, let me know. Another potential idea for me to do. Not like I've got loads of time, but I'm sure I can squeeze in a few bits of marshmallow here and there. Maybe something we just add on to the Cookie Slice website as a little extra. The feedback on the marshmallow from the friends and family that got to taste it in the lemon slice was really good. So yeah, who knows? Watch this space on that. Could be another business venture on the way. So Etsy, the store, is still stagnant. It's still hanging in there. I've made a few more sort of digital files for the downloads, but I just need, maybe like a block of 1 or 2 days where I can just get my head into Etsy and figure out what the best setup is, and really start marketing that. It's not going to be high ticket items, so I'm not in any major rush. The cookie slices really are taking priority because they will generate decent revenue alongside the content creation. So yeah, nothing really new on the Etsy front. Studying, much better week last week for studying. The week before I did nothing. We're dipping into JavaScript now, which is interesting. I've done a little bit of coding with Q before, so I kind of loosely see the link there. It's hard to see how it translates into websites and web apps. It's all about, writing code that puts a result in the terminal or on the screen. So I'm excited to see how it works, because it seems to be this amazing thing for web development. So plodding on with that this week, hopefully get a couple of days of studying. If not, there might be some late night sessions with more whiskey, speaking of which. So yeah, really interested to see where that goes. I have started designing, and I will start building my personal website where I can host like portfolio work and things like that. But that will just be in basic HTML and CSS for now, until I graduate into JavaScript. JavaScript. I don't know if that's the whiskey or if it's just really hard for me to say. So yeah, content creation wise, already touched on a couple of the cocktails I'm going to be shooting. We've got the fake sort of kitchen counter thing for the videos. Me and my wife went to IKEA yesterday, one of our favorite places, and especially when starting a business, because it's super cost effective. I just bought loads of props, bowls, whisks, little flour sifter thing. Just went a bit crazy, really, just to kind of give a bit of texture and interest to all the videos and the photos that we're going to be doing. Found it quite funny, because when we opened Pot and End for the first Crockers Chef's Table, literally everything was from IKEA. Plates, the cutlery wasn't, but the glassware was. And we used to get a load of comments on it. People turn the plates over like, "Oh, IKEA. I mean, what do you want?" We're starting out. Same again. It will serve a purpose. Until I can afford Le Creuset ceramic bowls everywhere just for a photo, IKEA is good. So lots of other interesting things in the pipeline. I had a very interesting meeting today in London. Not really going to say too much about it. It was with an old regular from the restaurant who owns a marketing company, and I hope he won't mind me saying this. I know he's watched a few of these videos. Just kind of asked me to pop in and have a chat with him and his partner, just about how kind of what they do and what we do can kind of converge. And we've got some quite interesting ideas, which could be more business ideas in the future, an interesting product. So let's see what happens there. It's going to be a long time before I think anything comes of it. But it's amazing how these connections that you make, you serve someone their dinner, and then a few years later, potentially, there's an exciting prospect in the pipeline. So let's see where that goes. So I think that's going to be it for this week. Short and sweet. I'm tired. It's getting on a bit. I'm losing my voice. My throat's getting all itchy. I'm going to need another whiskey to soothe that, obviously. I'm looking forward to this week. It's exciting. Got another shoot of Crockers tomorrow. That's going to be great. And yeah, hope you all have a great week. And I will see you next Monday, hopefully, for another update.